I am a mom. I work a full-time job as a manager of a community relations team, looking after social media, marketing, communications, and fundraising. But I also run a photography business. And I want to start sharing what I do behind the scenes to run that business, the process and systems that I'm building to make it possible to run a business after hours. And the truth is, it doesn't always go well. It's not always easy. It's not always what it looks like on social media. I mess up, I fall off the horse, I procrastinate and let things go and then get stressed because I waited too long. But I think all that's important to understand too. At this point in my photography business, I've been at it for since November of 2022. So just over 3 years, I've been running my photography business. And at this point, I want to kind of refocus and figure out exactly what I want to be doing. So in those 3 years, built up my photography business, a lot of that by setting up and offering mini sessions at my local farmers market and built up a clientele. I'm also very passionate about social media, communication, storytelling, systems, really the back end part of building a business. I ended up shifting a little bit and now I am doing more teaching other photographers how to do what I do. But now it's like I kind of have two businesses going on and it gets to be a little bit overwhelming. And I don't want to quit my full-time job to do this full-time because I like what I'm doing. I don't like the pressure of growing a business that has to support my family. I like the security of having a full-time job while also being able to run my business and do things I'm passionate about. So I like having my cake and eating it too. Now it feels like it's come to a point where I need to kind of refocus on what I want to be doing so that I have capacity going forward. So I'd like this series to not just be about me teaching you something, but about me talking through these pieces of my own business in hopes that it'll also help you find balance in your own life with your own business. Whether you are running a full-time photography business, whether you are a stay-at-home mom also trying to do photography, whether you work a 9 to 5, a part-time job, whatever it is, you still need balance when it comes to running your own business and having a life. So I'm hoping that this series and the things I talk about can also help you. Today, I am talking about content pillars. I have recently fallen off the horse when it comes to posting on social media. Life just got too overwhelming for me and I couldn't keep up with everything. And so social media is generally what falls off the horse first. But it is fine. It's okay when that happens, even though it feels crappy. So I'm going to share what I'm doing to get myself back into that routine, to that if you're experiencing that or you just want to learn how to build a routine to get better at posting on social media, hopefully this can help. As photographers, we're often trying to just post at galleries all the time. That's what I used to do. I used to just post my galleries and that does get new clients. I mean, people want to see your photos. But your social media can be so much more than just a portfolio. You have a portfolio on your website and a lot more information around your packages, how to contact you, all of those things. So the goal of social media really should be to get people onto your website. And social media is about building relationships and community and whatever that means to you so that you can get new clients and also stay engaged with your past clients. It's also really hard to be posting new galleries and new photos all the time unless you are so busy that you're doing multiple photo shoots a week. But if you're not in that boat and you want to build more community and reach more people on social media, then posting about yourself, who you are, why you do what you do, the things you like, can really open the door to reaching new people and building connection and having conversations with people about things outside of just booking a photo shoot. Not everybody wants to follow you and talk to you about booking a photo shoot all the time. Sometimes they want to talk to you about the things that you're interested in. Maybe you're interested in gardening and they're also interested in gardening, and you start posting about that and you start connecting with people over gardening, but that sticks in their head because it's something that they also like to do. And then down the road, when they're looking for a photographer, you're top of mind because they've continued to stay engaged with you because you have similar interests. Not to mention, it helps the algorithm push your content to more people when you share a diverse number of topics rather than just sharing photos all the time. I mean, the algorithm shares content that you're interested in, and generally clients aren't so interested in photography to the point where the algorithm is sharing photography content with them. That is why you end up with a lot of followers who are other photographers, because the algorithm shares your content with those people rather than sharing your photography content with clients who aren't necessarily interested in photography. I mean, I'm a photographer. My Instagram doesn't generally even share photography content with me. It shares home design and crafts and things like that. If you want to reach new people, you really need to think about what you want to share outside of just photography. Ideally, I'd like to post 5 days a week would be good. I've set it up for 6, and that's fine because if I create content for 6 but don't post 6 days a week, then it just creates more content for down the road. So I go through my content pillars and figure out what are the different types of content and the overarching theme or topic that I want to share. I ended up on 4 different content pillars. So the first one is after hours, the business I'm growing at night. So that's this content here where I want to post this and also post the results of how it's impacting my business. So that could end up being 2 posts a week or more. I really love this idea of creating a space that is cozy and full of memories and that our daughter loves to spend time in. That's something that I am passionate about and like doing in my everyday life, but it's something that I've found people are also interested in. And it links to photography because it's about creating memories in space and this idea of core memories in your own home. That makes it an easy content pillar because it's something I'm already doing and something I already enjoy doing. I just need to take photos and videos more often when I'm doing it. So that's my second content pillar, which is a whimsy motherhood journey. It's broad, but also specific enough that I could think of lots of ideas to fit into that bucket. The third one is what I was talking about earlier, which is time-saving routines, navigating work and motherhood. So it is related to this business after hours, but I think there's enough there for it to be its own content pillar. I'd say 99% of my clients are moms, so it's something that can relate to them and maybe you as well in balancing it all and the ups and downs of that. The fourth one is nostalgic memory making photo shoots. I used to post a lot of these with my VHS collection and talk about photo shoot inspo based on movies that you may have liked when you were a kid. I also like thinking outside the box of what a photo shoot can be and the stories you can tell, the layers of your own core memories, your kids' memories, and making photo shoots more interactive rather than just posing. So I want to get back into sharing photo shoot inspiration based on movies. Now, I have gone through and created ideas for content pillars many times. And sometimes I just need to regroup them because the ones that I've created just are no longer really resonating with me. And I think that's okay. So I would make sure that you have a content pillar that is related to your photography. It could be behind the scenes content. It could be editing. It could be storytelling, how you plan your photo shoots, but understand that that content is likely going to be pushed more to other photographers than potential clients, but there's still value in that because there's engagement and it tells the algorithm that your content is interesting. And when clients do come to find your account because of some other type of content, they'll still be interested in looking at that. It's just that the algorithm isn't necessarily going to push it to them because photography isn't one of their main interests. And then I would think about the things that you're passionate about outside of photography and how to turn that into content. If you're passionate about something, but you only do it once a year, like you're passionate about vacationing somewhere's warm, like enough content to get you through all the other weeks of the year when you're not somewhere warm, unless you dedicate a ton of your time to planning those trips. You can try and think about something that you're passionate about, but that you do on a regular basis. And maybe it's something you don't even think is interesting, but to be honest, it is interesting to other people. Maybe you just like packing really cute lunches for your kids. Maybe it's about how you clean your house and the routines that you've created or how you include your kids in cleaning your house. Maybe it's about books you like to read. Like it's just those kinds of things that can become a content pillar of something that you're passionate about and something that you do often that can become content that you can share that will resonate with people outside of just photography. So now you have a content pillar of photography, a content pillar of your passion. Then I would also think of your daily life and your daily routine and how that can play into it. Often we don't consider our everyday lives to be very interesting to other people, but we also consume content that is just about other people's everyday lives. If you want to share more content about your life, but you think it's not interesting, then a cool way to get some ideas is to type out everything that you do in a regular day, how you get outside for 15 minutes a day, pick out your outfit, do your hair, pack your kids' lunch, create a list of those things. And you can even add just little information, how you may do it that's a little bit different, or how you've made it a little bit easier for yourself, or where you take time for yourself, all of these things, and literally just make a list and then throw it into ChatGPT and say, here's what I do on an average day. And it will shoot out a bunch of ideas. And then all of a sudden you have all these content ideas that just relate to what you're doing in the day. And that can really help you come up with a content pillar that aligns with your routine, which is just easy content. You can literally just set your phone up, get B-roll, and do those ideas because you're just doing it in the day anyways. And if you want to do more talking reels, think about the time in your day that you can make that work. So you see a lot of people doing content videos in their car, and that's probably because they drive to work 10 minutes early and then just sit in their car and do their content then. Or they're at school pickup and sitting in their car for a few minutes waiting for their kid and they do their content then. So think about the times when you have a bit of spare extra time that you could be doing talking reels and hot takes about your day or random thoughts that people might resonate with and things like that. That kind of content is a really good way to gauge what people might be interested in. And as you start to do more of that in your content in general, you're going to start to pay attention to what does well, what people comment about. It's not about what goes viral, but about what interests people the most. And you'll see that through saves, shares, comments, and the questions that you get. And that'll help you narrow down and streamline your content to what people are most interested in. So if you're looking to build your own content pillars, that's how I have personally approached it myself. And I hope that it helps you a bit. And again, as part of the series, I will be sharing these behind the scenes of what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and then also just sharing if it's working or not, in hopes that that helps you as well. And together we can figure out how to balance work and life and family and passion and interests and hobbies and photo shoots and getting supper on the table, no matter how much time you have to dedicate to your photography business.